Petland's Critter Care is brought to you in part by Nutrients Pet Foods, online at nutrients.com. Hey everyone, and welcome to Petland's Critter Care. Today, as we approach summer, we're going to talk about the importance of hydrating your pet. We've got some kitties here. What do we need to know about them?
Well, you know, it's really important that much as it's as important to keep ourselves hydrated, which we very often don't drink enough water, it's also important that we keep our pets really well hydrated in the summer and all year round. And for little animals, it's important, and also for our senior animals, it's also important.
And some tips for cats. You got some little contraption here.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing about cats is that they actually like the taste of water. Exactly. And so if we keep them with fresh, clean water, usually that's enough. But they also like moving water, and you can see these guys are quite fascinated with the moving water. That's why we often see our cats up on our counters and batting away at the dripping water and drinking out of the tap. That's one of the reasons also why you'll sometimes see cats pawing at the water. It's an instinctive behavior, because if they're drinking out of a pond, they want to move away the pond scum to get to the clean water underneath.
And dogs, you were mentioning before with how much we exercise them, especially in the summer, how fast they lose water. It's
really important that we make sure that our dogs especially are hydrated. If you're going to the dog park to play, bring some water with you. Try to get some water into the dog beforehand and also afterwards. Dogs are so eager to please, they'll play past the point of exhaustion, and so it's really important that we do keep them well hydrated. And just be aware that they do need extra water during the hot times.
And small animals such as hamsters, gerbils, a water bottle is a lifesaver, right?
Water bottles are really important just because it helps keep the water. You know, if you have a water dish, they're always kicking it and filling it up with shavings and stuff. So a water bottle will keep the water fresher and cleaner for a lot longer.
And on the flip side, you were mentioning a lizard that hardly needs any water at all.
Oh, my Mallee Euromastix. It's a desert lizard, and actually, if you keep him in too high of a humidity, he can actually really suffer from that. So he's very dry. He gets all of his water just from eating some vegetables. So just a funny little lizard to have. One last tip, if I might, about cats. If you don't think your cat is drinking and you've tried some of these things, try a wider water dish, because some cats don't like getting their whiskers on the edge. So sometimes just a wider water dish will solve those your water cat intake problems.
And canned food as well.
Cat water intake problem.
But canned food as well contains a lot of water too, is that right?
Thank you so much for mentioning that, because that's a really, really important point. For all of us who have senior dogs and senior cats, we often don't get enough water. They just don't drink as much. And canned food has up to 70–75% moisture. It's a fantastic way to get water and into your pet and to help keep your senior pet hydrated.
Fantastic. I'm getting off with my tip. What I do for my guys is I put ice cubes in their water, and they seem to absolutely love that.
Why didn't I think of that? That is fantastic. Ice cubes in the water.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Petland's Critter Care. Petland's Critter Care is brought to you in part by Nutrients Pet Foods, online at nutrients.com.